Hello and welcome, my beautiful mermaids and mermen, my sea sponges of the sea, my fellow Pisces. This is our daily vibe message from our guides for April the 11th. So let's see what we have here for our day. What do we need to see, know, and expect? Well, we have a beautiful Four of Wands. We have, again, another four, the Four of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Cups, and we have the Six of Cups. Interesting. Very interesting reading. Okay, let's see what we've got. Now, starting off, we have been given the Rhino Spirit. And this card is saying overcome any obstacles. Excuse me. So, we always have choices to press on, right, and go ahead. And this card comes in to offer us strength and power to break through any stubborn obstacles. We know that the rhino is a very powerful, feared animal, and it just basically is like a little freight train. And, you know, there will be one way to open a path to what you seek. So know that there won't be any obstacles to hold you back today, okay? It reminds us that when an obstacle appears to prevent us from getting what we desire, it means that something much better is coming. So we need to keep that in mind and consider the nature of whatever's holding us back, right? So this is beautiful. So we need to be open to new possibilities when we have obstacles in front of us and find different ways of detouring and pivoting. And we will find other options beginning to appear. Not every conflict is worth engaging in, and not every obstacle is worth resisting head on. So let's not waste our energy banging our head against the wall for things that really aren't going to work out anyway. Our next card is the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands is a beautiful card. It's indicative of celebration of some sort. This is telling us that we could be moving forward and wanting to celebrate a beautiful occasion. It could also be, you know, things that are now starting to go our way, and we have reason to celebrate those wins. And we need to surround ourselves with people we love and people who want to support us and make us feel good, and let go of anything that's dragging us down. We need to live and enjoy the moment because good things are happening for us coming in, and we're on a roll, and we need to keep up the good work. So there's definitely celebrating going on here for us. Beautiful. Overcoming any obstacles. Coming in next, we have the Whale Spirit, and it says, trust the great mystery. So we know whales dive deep. They're pretty intelligent. They have the ability to, how can I put it, problem solve, because when they hunt, they know that when their food is there, they strategically organize themselves together as a team. So they're really, really amazing creatures. But this particular one says, you know, when we get this card, it talks about trying to understand situations and trusting that things are not always visible to us. We need to trust. We need to trust things when they're different. We need to trust things that we might not have thought we would consider, or that could actually happen, like out of the blue. So the whale is telling us that we need to keep our eyes open and not hold on to things so tightly. This is the Four of Pentacles that comes in with that whale spirit, and this is a card of hanging on. But you might be hanging on to your money. You might be hanging on to energy. You might be hanging on to relationships, friendships, a job, whatever. But he doesn't look all that happy, right? Whenever he's sitting there holding tightly to these things, it's like, I can't let go because I'm afraid if I do. Okay, so don't be afraid to let loose and let go a little bit. Don't be afraid to take a few risks. Don't be afraid to step out into the unknown, into that mystery. Okay, today there might be something new that you're fearful of. Go after it. Don't be afraid of it. Face your fears head on, Pisces. This is a day where you're going to have to, you know, lift that chin, square those shoulders, and look straight ahead at the promise of a new beginning and maybe something new. But this card is also indicative of the extremes in which we spend our money or we save our money. And this particular one, I usually say being mindful, because he's holding on to it. He's not going to go out and do any emotional spending, buy any big ticket item. He's really kind of saving for something, or he's saving because he wants to be sure he's got enough there to carry him through. With the way the world is right now, everybody seems to be tightening up their purse strings a little bit more and being mindful of their spending. Coming in next, we have the water card, and it says affirmation. Well, water we know is a healing element and one that we certainly can't live without. It's like air. So, and it may be a nudge from spirit to be mindful of our environmental impact, to give thanks to Mother Earth, and be grateful for what we do have, right? And to care for the energetic waters that flow within our own self, our own body. Are we giving ourselves enough nourishment? Are we giving our body enough water so that we can conduct in a kind and loving way? Water is very important to all of us, and our body is made up of so much of it. So we need to consider incorporating positive affirmations into our day and our self-care. Remember, we are the fish. Pisces. Water is oxygen to us. It's everything to us. It helps us flow upstream and down. It supports us, our every stroke, our every direction. We need to remember to own our power, because how and what we speak to ourselves will be held inside the energy of the water within us. So how we think about ourselves is, and how we project that energy out into the universe, all right? When we surface from our water, to get that breath of air or to see what's going on in the outer world, we need to be doing it with positivity. So let's not be afraid today to do those affirmations, okay? Let's not forget to give grace and gratitude for the water and for all living things in our life right now. Because when we do that, it's amazing how things come into play, how we receive even more abundance in our lives by doing that. With that comes the Eight of Cups. And we're being mindful of what we want to do and what we don't want to do today. And that is, we're going to walk away from things that really aren't working out in our favor. It's taking us time. Maybe it's just a mindset that we're thinking, I want to leave this job, or I want to leave this relationship, or I want to move somewhere else. It could be anything. But you are starting to take that journey, and you know that by moving forward, it's going to be a better future, a better direction for you to go than the one you've been in, perhaps, Pisces. Some of us hold on to things longer than others in order to move forward, okay? So that's okay, but stay positive and realize this is a possibility that could work out for you. Coming in next, our final card is the Mother Earth card. It's a beautiful card, and it is the drum. Okay, so, it's a reminder to reconnect to our world by removing garbage from waterways, organizing cleanups, or through being mindful of our environment impact. There's a nudge from spirit and Mother Earth to reconnect to the Earth's vibration through grounding, exercises, or by drumming. By reconnecting to the drum, stepping outside, and actively cleaning out the environment, we can help shift our world. Oh, I love this. Advocating to make our world a better place. I'm going to tell you a little story. It's funny, and yet not. I walk with a bunch of women. We have dogs, and I'm babysitting Pip, as you know. And one of the girls said that the day before, yesterday, she went out and she filled 5 big shopping bags, the kind of plastic bags we used to get, with dog bags where people have used little dog bags to pick up their dog's waste. But they didn't put them in the garbage cans. We have these garbage cans specifically for that, made out of concrete, periodically and strategically organized down our street and in the parks we walk. So there's no excuse. So she went out and started cleaning up, and she said and then the next day, the same person throws the same bag in the same place. So we need to be more mindful of what we're doing. We're still littering. That plastic bag is still out there on the ground. Pick it up, whatever the waste is, and throw it in the garbage can, or for heaven's sakes, take it home and dispose of it. We have no excuses of how we can dispose of things properly. So this is about us starting to connect with Mother Earth, starting to go out there and set by example. So let's take the drum. We beat to our own drum as an individual, right? So go out there and set by example, my beautiful friends, and don't be afraid to start advocating to make our earth healthier, because we're killing it. We all know that. We're, and I won't live to see it happen, but there's a lot of our grandchildren and our children that may. And so it's important that we set by example and start cleaning up the garbage in our universe and in our world, on our planet. So some of us might be going out there with a bag today and picking up stuff and cans and bottles and plastic. There's a lot of it when we get storms and and there's hurricanes and there's tornadoes and things like that send all this debris out into the world that it's picked up. So sometimes it is out of our control, but we need to be mindful of cleaning up our own backyard. With that comes in the Six of Cups, reconnecting with those that maybe we knew in our past, or they're resurfacing for us to reconnect with. This is about being nostalgic and thinking about how things were in our past, maybe going back to our childhood and being nostalgic and sometimes thinking, gee, those were the good times, or if they weren't, you may be in a better place now. But this is a card that says they come with a gift. They come with a gift of conversation, maybe closure, maybe an apology, maybe just wanting to reconnect and enjoy time together with you. If you're entertaining children this week, Pisces, get down on the floor with them and let your inner child out and have some fun. Don't be afraid to play with their toys and with them, because you might be reconnecting your own inner child and having fun. And children are what bring that out in us, right? So some of you might be spending time with children this week. Okay, let's see what we've got here for additional. Let's see, Clara, we want to see what you need to see, know, and expect. This is verification. All right, let's see. So coming in with our first card is success. Our second card is freedom. Ooh. Our third card is golden touch. And let's see what this one is. Research. What's on the bottom? Let's turn it over. Choices. Okay. All right. Excuse me. So this will be a successful day. Things are going to work out in your favor as long as you stay positive. I'm sorry. But when you get that, you can't stop. Okay, so success is inevitable. Okay, if we trust our direction we're going to get past those obstacles, and we're going to set by example today. And it will give us this really beautiful feeling of elation and freedom. We have the golden touch. We have the golden touch, okay, to make what we want to happen today. The resources apparently are here for us to do that, and also support from others. It could be a day of doing research. Maybe you're looking into environmental situations or the way of the world, or maybe you're just doing research for your job, or maybe a hobby or a group you're joining, or maybe even doing research on a person you want to know about. You have choices here, Pisces, today to make what you want happen. Well, on that note, I wish you a great remainder to today and a beautiful, optimistic, healthy, happy, prosperous, and successful week. And always know I stand in this circle of love and light for you. And I wish you all of those things, particularly today on the 11th of April. Take care and see you soon.